Hopefully we don't have any dropped frames today. We got the desktop audio going out. And instantly I can't play video. This is the issue with running two things. Don't want that chat on there. Close that out. Hey, Rye. All right. I've done that a few times. There's already a clip of me doing that. Yep. All right. Actually, do you need to? There is a controller I need to find. I have Oh well. How you doing, Rye? How's the work going? I really need to find my hair clippers. I haven't been able to cut my hair in so long. Oh God. My hair looks so bad right now from behind, especially. Look at that. Boo! Just disappear. Okay. So we're redoing this finite state machine and we're working on the actual BSS code. We're so close to getting this done. Let's delete the swap. And, oh, it wouldn't open anything else because I had to answer that prompt, apparently. Okay. It's just not sized right, and I can't fix it. Have you seen on Discord that shaders video that I shared in the help section? Let me go over to... this is actually a really good primer for shaders. Maybe I put it in here? No, it was in resources. Here we go. This is like a really good starting point to kind of get your head wrapped around them. If that's part of your what you're trying to, like, if you're trying to understand them. If it's a copy and paste thing, I can't help you. Oh, crap. Did you do a Miss Pac-Man? Oh, well, let's do it. Try and break the high score. Hey, you.
Can I do my stuff in here?
Sure. If you want to sit down on the couch, just try not to interrupt me too much, okay, Bear? Okay. All right. I need some sort of sound for the Miss Pac-Man thing.
Arcade?
Yeah. No, people, they do a little redeem for me to try and beat my high score on there. And I need like a sound for when it happens so I know.
If only there was something in Game Builder that we could, like, connect to the real world.
Let her do a high score? All right. Gemma, do you want to do a high score first?
Sure.
Okay.
So I basically got the actual game finished.
Nice. Okay, you come over here. And we'll have to get a piece of paper for you to write down your high score.
Okay.
And we'll keep track of your high score.
Coming over here with my bird.
Ooh, you hear the thunder?
How did you get that on there?
I just, there's a way to install it. Okay, let's put this over here. Okay. And leave this on while you're playing. Okay. So you don't have to have this out right now. Okay, sweetie. I really need to get to work, so I need you to start playing, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, when you're ready, you just hit the start button.
Ooh.
So those make you kind of invincible for a second. So you can wait until the ghost in your mind. Alright, so your score is there on the top left. It's 1,700, so you can write that down. And the next time you play, you can try and get that higher than those points.
Okay.
AI Maker says, way to go. You can see them in the chat on the screen over here. See? Look at them. Isn't that cool?
Can I do something on that?
No, sweetie. There's no mouse. It's really hard to... I can barely even get it up on the screen. So, unfortunately, no.
Oh.
Sorry, sweetie. But yeah, write your high score on there. Should I still try and do... Should I still try and do the high score run as well? Man, there's some thunder out there. Alright, yes, says AI. If you want. Alright, let's give it a shot. I want to try. I'm feeling good about the high score today, Jen. Okay. So I'll get in there real quick.
I'll get down. Okay, a high score thing ready.
Okay, here we go. Not a good start. Man, do you hear that thunder? Okay, not bad. Oh god. This could be it. Ah! Oh no! Look at that. It's pretty funny.
You got every single thing. While you're on another level.
So that means I got an extra life. Oh, gosh. Well, I'm not farming them very well. Oh, man. Moses. Ah. Oh boy. Ah!
But you got another life.
Yeah, I missed the strawberry though, but that's okay. I'm not doing, so you want to get as many ghosts in a row as you can, because the score doubles every time. So it goes 200, 400, 800, and then 1600, or 1600 as we call it in class. Man, now it's raining a ton. You didn't leave anything outside that could get, you didn't want to get wet, right?
I didn't bring anything outside.
Okay. Woo, you hear that rain?
My dad would love it if I built him a Pac-Man cabinet. Yeah, for sure, Rye. If you find a 4-player, I'll talk to you about something here in a second.
Whoa.
I know, they just stormed out because they're mad. They're full of anger. They want to destroy me.
And you come out over there. Oh, move after you. Orange is after you.
All right.
Go, Papa.
Do you hear that storm? So Gemma, one of the things you can do is you can lead the controller around the corners. So even if you haven't gotten to a turn yet, you can just hold it down like how I'm holding down. You see that? I'm pushing where I want to go before I actually make that part of the turn, so that I turn as quickly as possible. And that's one thing that people that make Pac-Man clones, they get that wrong, and you can't lead the... Sweetie, I'm not going to risk it just yet. Thank you for encouraging me, though, and reminding me. Ah! That was a lame way to die.
You've got another life and one more. Sometimes,
I like that I'm doing this hand clapping thing. That's totally new. I don't know why I'm doing that. It's like a tick now.
sometimes when you start to go, all the ghosts don't come out at once.
Sometimes, yeah. There's a few things that determine whether or not they come out. Well, they try to make the game more challenging. So at first it's the number of pellets, then it's a certain amount of time, and so you get less and less chances to have a break, basically. There's also a timer that determines whether or not they're chasing you or not, and eventually that just goes away and they always chase you. But they have two set things. They're either chasing you or they're trying to go back to their home positions. The home positions are the red ghost is in the top right corner, the orange ghost is in the bottom left corner, the pink ghost is in the top left corner, and the teal ghost is in the bottom right. So if you know they're going back to their home positions, you can roughly guess where they're going to be going. So right now they're in chase mode, they're coming after me. But eventually after 20 seconds, they'll switch back to, shoot, I gotta stop talking. They would switch back to going back to their home position. So when you know that, you can use it to your advantage. I'm going to risk it.
You probably won't want to. Beware of flashing ghosts, your cup used to say.
It's actually the other way around. Ghost beware, flashing ghost beware, it should say. Ah! That was a bad run. Oh well, it was fun. I was talking to you about it and everything. Oh, and your head was in the way. You were blocking the screen. See? All right.
Time to get to work. Okay, you can do another round, sweetie, but I'm gonna be working, okay?
Can I choose which one I want to do?
Yeah. I was gonna say though, Rye, if you can, I think I could have done pretty good on that run, but I was talking to my sweetie. What was I gonna say? I feel it though. I feel like I'm there. Like I've improved. Like my personal meta has gotten better to a point.
What was your high score?
Can you turn it down, sweetie? Oh, I don't know. It's my high score is up on the screen when you play Miss Pac-Man. So once I break it, it'll go away. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah. All right, so let's get to the actual work today. Okay, she seems fine right now, Trish. Oh, but I was saying about the cabinets. Now, if you can get one of the 4-player arcade 1-up machines, there's a controller that you can get that'll fit in it and replace it, and it's a 2-player controller with 8 buttons, and then that allows you to bypass through. You can put HDMI through that controller and into the screen that comes with the 1-up arcade. And then that way you can plug in. You could plug in anything. You could do an Xbox. You could do a Wii U. You could do a Raspberry Pi computer. Doesn't matter at that point. And there's enough room inside the cabinet that you can fit anything in there. And it has the controller. The joysticks are Bluetooth, so they can connect into it. Any 4-player 1-up arcade machine, arcade 1-up. Sorry, arcade 1-up. So any of the 4-player ones. So you can find deals on them if you just kind of wait. You'll occasionally, like we got the Simpsons cabinet for, I want to say it was under 120 or around something like 120. But any of the ones where the joysticks come off over the edge. So this Mortal Kombat cabinet would work. You see how the joysticks are flush over? The controller that I'm talking about, you can pop this out and replace it. And the Pac-Man cabinets unfortunately wouldn't work for that. I want it to small. Okay, yeah. Well then, yeah. Going by hand is the way to go. I love this one. This is closer to what I remember playing in the arcade. When I would play Miss Pac-Man, this actually looks pretty close. The way this front panel thing is. But the Pac-Man ones that I remember, there's a couple. I don't know if this will show them.
Oh yeah, Purple's after me.
Anyways.
Yes.
I mean, these are cute, but I feel like they could do better.
Whoa, that's a lot of those.
Yeah.
What do you think I can do this one?
Okay, anyways.
Oh, I got hit.
Els, thank you for the raid. You were doing a lot of work today. Els is working hard on his tabletop RPG called Whisperstone. And it's cool. It's got interlocking pieces so that if you're new to RPG mechanics, you can't really screw it up. Only certain gear can fit into these components, so they're kind of like jigsaw pieces, and it's really, really cool. I know there's a Pikachu right behind me. Team Rocket's going to sneak by soon.
I need to have my foot on.
She's going to put her hood on. What Pac-Man are you playing? Are you playing She's playing Pac-Mania right now. So a wild Pikachu has appeared. I'm thanks. Yeah, it's coming along. I mean, it's a bit of a mess still. It's a bit of a mess. And I need to paint the walls. They're yellow, and so my camera kind of just like wigs out and turns everything yellow. So once I paint them gray, it'll look a lot better. Monitor, Raspberry Pi. Let's see what Rise got here. Yeah, something like that could work. So keep in mind, if you're going to do this for Miss Pac-Man, keep in mind that Miss Pac-Man is portrait. So you need to consider that as part of your, like, if you want to go authentic Rye for your dad, you need to be able to rotate it and make it portrait. So just so you know. If you can make it so you can rotate it, that would be even cooler. Oh, nice. Yeah. All right. So, we're getting there. We're nearing the end of our port to C#. We're actually working on the code for the actual volleyball game now. Pretty much everything else has been ported over to C#. The game, everything runs. As I've been pulling it out, I've been continuously running it. Everything's fine. This set us back about 2 weeks. If you don't count the 2.5-ish weeks that I had to take to do my daughter's room. So a whole month of time, but really it's only been about 2 weeks of, my 3-hour or so streams, to do the actual porting, to get my head around C# and get it all going. Yeah, so that's what we're doing right now. I need to finish up rewriting the finite state machine code that I have that I was using. Yeah, so that's what we'll be doing right now. You did miss the first run at Miss Pac-Man today. I'm glad to see everyone's got the bug. You feel it, right? You get why it's an appealing game. Like, because there's always the next time. Let me turn off the mic volume because we don't need that right now. So, I don't know. What I love about it is especially knowing that it was all assembly and everything, knowing how little code is required for the AI to like really have these characteristics. It's really interesting. Everyone mentions Geometry Dash. Let me look it up. No, I don't. It's like boiled down twin stick shooter. No, this is definitely not what you're talking about. Not that game. This is like a mobile. That's my mistake. Own it. Oh yes, I'll buy this right away. Are you thinking of Geometry Wars? Is this? Yes. Okay, that's the one I hear a lot about. Anno. It looks like an old what was that old Flash website? It looks like a Neogrounds kind of game. Newgrounds? Newgrounds. I'm thinking of Newgrounds. See, this is our old man brains. We're firing at like half of our horsepower. Like 2 of our piston rings are broken. We just don't have the same power anymore. Dragons. Okay. So there's a lot of memorization and stuff. This looks amazing though. So I haven't actually mentioned it, but I think I have an idea of something I would like to do. I'm going to get back to coding here in a second. Something I'd like to do with the Hexagon game, because I was thinking about what could I do to really like jazz it up or change something about it so it's just not a matching game. And I finally had the idea of something with layers and pushing the matches forward in like a layer above, like a foreground layer and a background layer. And like you can see the different layers, and then having that be part of the like puzzle element to it. I don't fully have like what that would look like or what you would be even trying to accomplish, but I have an idea or a look or a vision or whatever you want to call it of like that you can push the matches up or down. I just don't know what that would happen with that kind of thing. Push the button at the exact right second for 2 straight minutes. Yeah, it sounds like there's 3 of them. This looks like it's definitely HD. All right. Can you turn it down a teensy bit when you get a second, Bear? Thank you.
I'm playing Pac-Man.
The OG Pac-Man. Yeah, you have a good one. Thank you. So yeah, Els is working on a tabletop RPG game. Whisper Stone, and he's making a lot of good progress. It's looking really clean. It's coming together.
Oh, I almost got a soda can.
And it's like legit coming out. So I expect to be able to walk into a Target and pick it up off the shelf any day now.
Speedy. Okay, gotta remember that the pink one is Speedy. Oh, he is Speedy.
So can we do something like an enum in No, we can't. But essentially it is an array of ints. Shano, how's it going? Sega Mega Drive related. Do some work for me though. Like do a search for it. Something that's 16 by 9. Sega Mega Drive wallpapers. 16 by 9. This looks pretty retro right here.
I can't even see what Ghost got me. Shadow speaking password.
There we go.
Oh, tracked by Speedy, and I think that.
Our most beloved British man. Our British boy.
Oh, Speed.
The love of Britain's very own.
I got Speedy to get that.
I'm gonna get the treadmill going here.
Go
What
track.
the heck happened?
Speedy goes. Oh,
I'm still a koi boy. My favorite koi boy. I have a GIF. Where's the one with the whispering cowboy? Whisper. Cowboy shh GIF. Whenever I think of it, though, this is what it makes me think of. Is this? Where's the? There we go. There's one where he turns around though. It's more full bodied. But when I think of Koi Boy, I think of this guy. I like that Cowboy brought it up. So that's what I think of when I think of Koi Boy. It really sounds like something dirty. Okay, so if we're making a callback list and we're giving it an enumerated value, and we know that the value is coming from an enum, so we know it's going to be unique whenever we add it. We can check it if it exists in the first place. I think a dictionary does make the most sense. So let's change this to a dict. Private dictionary. And how do these dictionaries work in C#? Let's find out again. Dictionary's not a base thing. It's a generic. They called it. Here it is. Okay. So key value, and we can assign the type for each, which is really cool. So the key is going to be an integer. The value is going to be a string. Okay. So there's that. And adds. So then we just need to check to see if it exists. So let's see here. So we can triad, attempts to add the specified value to the, so triad's probably the best. Triad, that sounds like a conspiracy theory thing. By the way, what's everyone's, what's the vibe check on all this alien stuff? My kiddo's really into it. As of right now, the price is it is $85, pretty cheap to make a mini homemade cabinet. That's not bad. I would encourage you to look beyond a Raspberry Pi, though. There are more powerful computers that are that small. So you might want to do like a YouTube search. There's a couple guys that I've seen talk about it. So look around beyond just a Raspberry Pi. Is what I would say. What's that, Bear? I got to get that one all set up properly. But I don't think we need more than what we have, sweetie. Triad, and it returns a bool. And we don't really care about that. So we'll still just use triad. So we'll go state callback triad, and then we'll say state enum, and then method to call. And actually, I think we could do this in a setter. But let's not. We'll use the function. Okay, so then, and if it returns a bool and we don't handle it, does that matter? It doesn't look like it gets upset about that. I wonder if it'll give a compilation warning. Okay, so then here, all we have to say is oops. There's a try get value, right? So then we'll try get. So that's where we do this here. So try get value. Now this returns a bool. Okay, it doesn't return the value. It returns a bool. So then here we're going to say try get value. And then we say value here, and then so there's no argument given that corresponds to the required parameter value. Okay, so how does this work? Try get value. T key and T value. The key of the value to get. Try get value. Key. And I'm not hearing you guys in chat, so let me double check. Oh, I have it on Logitech USB headsets. We want this on... did I unplug my headphones? Is that part of a problem? Hang on, boys. I gotta go down real quick. Give me a second. I gotta stop the treadmill. If I can.
I kind of want to do that treadmill.
There we go.
Can I do the treadmill?
Sweetie? Love, when I'm working, what is it I usually ask you? Okay. The key of the value to get, key. When the method returns, when this method returns, contains the value associated with the specified key if the key is found. Otherwise, the default value for the type of the value parameter. Or otherwise, the default value for the type of the value parameter. Default value. Do they have an example? Try get out value. Out value. What the hell's out? See, they have these examples and then they just throw out. Okay, so there's the word out. Out? What the hell is that about? String value. Try get value. TIFF out value. This is the default that'll be returned if nothing is found. Okay. Value is something. And then, so here's what happens. So,
Oh, I'm sorry about that. But
Gemma,
Okay, sorry.
love. I'm serious, sweetie. It's very hard for me to focus. Old man reporting for duty. How's it going? It's going good. What are you doing? Isn't it super late for you? There's so many people here right now. Welcome. Zombocomp, welcome. Is it Thursday? Is that what's going on here? Why is everyone here? I'm all suspicious. I like that it doesn't show an example of the code running. String value, out value. Try and get value for key TIFF value. Okay. So then we say for this key, otherwise we're null, must be passed without. It must be an assignable variable. Son of a biscuit.
Hey, speaking of which, we had biscuits and gravy for breakfast.
We did have biscuits and gravy for breakfast, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, so we had her do it first, and then I did it second. So if you do a redeem, yeah, that's how it'll work. String.
Wait, did I pull up all those guys?
This is really stupid that I have to declare it. Default's a reserved word. So now how do you get a value from the dict? I came for a bedtime story, of course. Well, I could read you the English translation of Little Prince, so you can groan. We had one good English translation of Little Prince, and then they stopped printing it. I tried reading that to my daughter when she was a baby, and I was just like bawling. I can't do it. For each. Add some elements. The item property is another name for the indexer, so you can omit its name when accessing elements. So this should be fine what I'm doing here. We'll call, if there's a callback, we call it when the state has been set. So that seems to be legit. I think we have all of the same features that we had here. It's a lot different. This is like actually probably the most different thing that I've done in that's come out very, very different. But it should work. So now we can go over to back to the actual the meat of the okay. And this is really it. This is the volleyball code. And majority of it is literally in one file. Come at me, bro. But yeah, it's all in one place. Okay. Now, okay, so now we need to rip this out. This is where we find out something's going to break. But we'll go in here and okay, so it's not part of the auto load. So this isn't being instantiated. So then this is where everything can change. Sorry, still looking around. I don't know. We'll see. This whole thing's been an experiment. It's really going forward that I'm going to get my answer of whether this was worth it or not. However, I will say that in refactoring, because I've already done one tiny little bit of a refactor in C#, that because you get those compile time issues, that you can use them as like a tool as part of your refactoring, where you know that something... You can rewrite something that breaks until it's fixed again. Does that make sense? So like you can intentionally break the code and then it will not compile until you've completely finished that part of the rewrite, which is handy. And that's the kind of thing where you could change the structure of something in GDScript and break something and not know it until runtime. And that was the... When I experienced that, I was actually like, oh, this sucks. I have to go through it. But then I realized, I'm like, wait a minute. This is exactly why I'm doing this. This is like the moment that this stuff would have broke at runtime. And I was really happy. Once it like clicked for me, I was like, oh, this is This is what it's going to look like when this scenario that I'm talking about happens.
I'm really into this.
Okay, sorry, I'm kind of... Okay, so we're doing... All right, those are all there. There's the viewport. Game. Event. So there's... Okay, so I was calling it resource. But it's not. So if it's a class, how does this work? Do I need to do partial class? This is where I'm totally don't know how this works. So if I say finite state machine, oh my God, okay, that's fine. So then if we go here and we say new finite state machine, and then it's got it accepts an argument that is what? The parent that we're going to use for calling back. So we just say this is not available. Oops. This is not available in the current context. Okay. So how do we pass a reference of ourself? I'm trying, Mariano. I'm trying. Is this time as well? Why did I call it time? Ticking away. Moments that make up the dull day. Bingo Bob. Bingo Bob. How's it going, Bingo? Bingo Bobbins.
I don't like that when you do it on me.
Old boy, how's it going? How's life, Bingo? Bingo Bobbins.
I said I didn't like that.
Do we do self? Self does not exist. We can't pass this. Now I'm calling it, what was I calling it here? Godot object, callable parent. So maybe that's not available in this current context. Oh, nice.
Yes, I broke
How are you finding doing multiplayer so far?
my high score.
Yay!
I think.
Yeah, if it's the same on the left and on the right, then that means that was the new high score. But I don't know. I can't see from here.
It says I wrote 1,860, and on here it says 1,530. So
I don't want a child class. The constructor. So thing is anything can use this. It's not easy. I really wish GDScript docs were up to date about it. Default it to no and assign it in the constructor. So constructor, is that not like in the case of C#, it's the same name as the class name. So if you make a function name the same as a class name, that's the constructor, right? Or am I not understanding? Is there some basic programming thing that I don't understand when I say constructor? Yes, it is. Okay. So I'm trying that and it's pissy about it. How do I prep this side of it to say expect? because I'm using Godot object, but how do I say that it's just a C# object? Like, how do I define the type as that? Because potentially any class, I could have any number of classes that I want to be able to use this thing, but I also need to know what's kind of what is expecting to get. I want to be able to have a reference of the thing that's calling it, so that I can send things back to it if I want to, or if it wants to. But do I just put the namespace, or that doesn't make any sense? There's a built-in object class. So do I just say object? The type object or namespace could not be found. All lowercase. Roger that. Roger that. Hey! Could not implicitly convert type object to Godot object. Parent equals callable parent. So now the name of needs to be up here to object. Excellent. Thank you, kind sir. Oh, thank you, kind sir. So that's okay. This is a bit of a problem, though, in that we do need to cast it. Can I cast here when I do this? So Godot dot Godot object. So this is the kind of thing where I think if I abandon signaling in Godot, I think this is the part where I rip chord out and I just use C# events. And then some of this just goes away. So because then yeah, okay. Let's do a little bit more reading. I'm really glad I took a break from this and came back to it fresh. Right, I'd love to see updates on. So Bingo, are you doing this on 3.5 or are you doing it on 4? I found the 3.5 docs to be pretty up to date. Like I didn't have when I was working with it, I wasn't having. You're on 4, okay. And I told you my debugging technique, right? So I had set up. I had set it up so that when I would run to test, it would actually really quickly build 2 versions of the game and start them. And they'd both connect to the Godot debugger. So I would have the client and the server one start up through it was through VS Code, and I was using command line on it. So every time I would go to run, it would build the 2 versions, start them up, and I could send a command line parameter to them that would tell them to, for the client, here's the server address to connect to, and it would do all the connections and everything immediately, automatically, and then I would just be in like a multiplayer sort of environment to test things in. So for rapidly like testing that stuff, I needed something to get going so that I could do it quickly. So it was using. Let me show you in VS Code. I can't remember the exact config. I did use a lot. I looked into the docs a lot. But if we were to go and open up our this, I think we have a VS Code thing in here. So if I select this folder. We've got, oh, I'm in the wrong thing. But anyways, it was in the like launch thing or tasks. I can't remember which. But I just had like a bunch of, like a couple of extra programming arguments. And then, so every time I go to run, it would just do a build. And so I was testing. The thing that changed was that I was testing on the exports, because that way I could run 2 versions of them for the client and server. Yeah, well, so my plan is to just ditch it, and I'm just going to start doing it in the C# way. So that's what I'm going to, I just kind of got to dip my head into events again.
I kind of want to watch that
Alien
Alien movie again.
movie? What alien movie?
With all the aliens.
With all of the aliens.
Attack.
Oh, Mars Attacks? You want to watch that again?
Even though it was like gross.
It was gross, yeah?
It was
All right, hang on. We got to play a Mars Attacks clip here. Let's see. Mars Attacks France. Here we go. This is for... It's so stupid. The Eiffel Tower. There goes, no! Mondi. Mars Attacks freaked me out as a kid. I loved it for some reason. I loved it so much. All right, Gemma, you want to try for another high score here real quick, and then Papa will? For Miss Pac-Man?
Yeah, I've been practicing on this thing. I've been getting really high score.
Oh, I've not looked into exporting yet. Okay, so another piece of advice, bingo, and this is from my own experience. Try to get exporting going immediately in your projects. Because that's like a sleeping giant. And something could be misconfigured about the way that your project structure is and stuff. And it'll debug fine when you just run it in Godot and hit the play button. But the minute you go to actually export it, yeah, it's because my mic. I'll turn it off. The minute you go to actually export it, you end up in like, running into like, you can run into huge kinds of problems and stuff and not even know they were there the whole time. And they could be growing in your project and you wouldn't even know it. So definitely recommend that. Okay, yeah. For instance, some OSs are really picky about spaces and casing. And depending on if you're using GitHub for commits and stuff, and depending on the OS you're on, it could really fuck things up. So it can really screw things up. So we want to, yeah, you want to be doing that as quickly as you can. So yeah, we're gonna do it. Do a high score on Miss Pac-Man.
I was doing really good on Galaxy.
Oh, Galaxin?
Yeah. I was an astronaut, and I was like this. I got a very high score. I beat that high score.
Ooh, nice.
I got 240.
Ooh, we need to go start practicing higher numbers. You have it right though. You just skip the 0 part. So, but I also need to teach you, like, so we go up to thousands. We're going to introduce tens of thousands here very soon in class, okay?
Ooh, millions?
Well, once we get past the thousands, every number after that is really easy. So just know it. You'll see. We'll learn. It's pretty straightforward.
Gotcha. Orange is never practically. Oh, I ran into red.
You're already beating your high score though. Keep going. There you go. You got the controls down, sweetie.
That's the second time I've gotten cherries. Speaking of cherries, cherries are starting to pop up on my cherry tree. Our cherry trees.
Yeah, we're getting cherries on the cherry tree.
Oh, darn, I got blown up again. Oh, I got. Can I do another one of those?
That's the whole point. Write down that score, sweetie, and then I'm gonna go. Okay? Let me get the mic.
Wait, I kind of want to do another one.
Okay, sweetie. I gotta do mine, and then I'm gonna get back to work. Okay? You can sit over here. Okay. Shano said you got a better score than he did. Okay, is the mic still good? Are we still hot? We're still hot. Okay. All right.
High scores.
Okay.
The colors kind of look weird from over here.
Yeah, the screen only looks good straight on. It's because it's not the best monitor in the world.
Okay, now I'm closer and can see the colors.
Okay, so I need your color commentary. Can you keep it down a little bit while I'm playing? Mm-hmm. Okay. I love you. So they come out only when a certain number of pellets is eaten initially.
Oh, so you get like a head start?
Yeah.
But for me, red always comes out.
So you see how they all change directions at the same time?
Yeah.
They went from, they were going to their homes to chase. So they were chasing me now. When you eat a power pellet, they move in random directions. So you can't really know where they're going to go. But they also, you know that they're going to change directions too. Every time you eat a pellet, they'll automatically change directions. Okay? So you can use that to your advantage.
I don't try to eat the ghosts.
And
I just try
sometimes,
to run away from them so I can get a bunch of pellets.
sometimes it feels like you can kind of know where they're going for some reason. I don't know why. Like as far as when they're going randomly, it feels like I know, I can see the matrix.
Whoa, you're never gonna die. Oh, maybe you are gonna die.
You hear that storm?
Yeah.
All right. Am I blocking the screen too much? No.
Oh, yes. You made another.
All right, see you, Mariano.
Ooh. got it.
So that's one thing that's better in Miss Pac-Man 2 is the fruit moves around in Miss Pac-Man. It doesn't do that in Pac-Man, it just stays in the middle. It's really boring. It's a nice little touch. Oh boy. See how long it took him to go back? That was weird.
He must be. They need a different nickname for him. The one that went back so slow, they need that nickname to be called Slowy. And the pink one is Zoomy, so we should call it Zoom. Oh, there's another strawberry.
Yeah, I screwed that up when it was gone.
In Pac-Mania, you can jump.
Yeah, I know. Oh god, oh, I could have made it out of there.
But you know you still have a bunch of lives. And you've almost cleared the level again.
Mm-hmm. Oops.
You cleared the level.
I cleared it. All right. Thanks, Poostack. I'm trying.
Oh, you're gonna win this game.
See how they changed directions? They're in chase.
How do you know all this stuff?
You just start to know it. But I didn't have names for that. I just knew what was happening because I played it a bunch. But I didn't really understand it until I read about it.
Get that orange, get that orange. I don't see that orange anywhere. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, do you see how I did that stop on the corner there?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you can do that.
Yeah, I can always do that. But you can't do it in normal Pac-Man.
Oh boy. Oh, I screwed that up.
Yeah, that pink one is fast. I wonder in that mode. What's that mode called?
What mode is that?
The one where they're blue?
That's called frightened. So they get frightened and they start running from you. Ah, man, I screwed that up.
But you still do have another life.
I do. I'm not doing as well. It's hard to focus when I'm trying to explain everything, but I think it's good for you. I think it's already made you better. All right, I really got to focus right now, okay?
Okay. The levels get harder and harder. And it looks like the number of pellets increases.
I think all levels have the same number of pellets.
But the things change. The outlines change. When you finish the level. Right? The color of the
shoot.
outlines. What? How did you not get that? You went straight by it. You went straight by it and you didn't get it.
Gotta focus. Oh, I almost got all four if I had picked the right direction.
There's still one.
I need to focus right now, sweetie. No! Okay, I still can do it. I gotta. Shh. Now is the time I need quiet. Okay, I can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Oh, that's it. Nope. Here they come. Last board here. This is going to be hard. This is when it gets really hard. They're almost never stop chasing in this difficulty here. I'm not doing as well today, but I gotta say I'm doing pretty well when I'm talking to you and explaining everything now.
But Papa, you like almost cleared the whole game.
Yeah. Well, that stage, that would have been, we would have gone on to the next stage after that. Well, that's today's highest score for me, but this was my high score, so I didn't beat it.
Okay. It was nearly flawless. We almost had it. We were doing good. But I think I'll do a little bit better some other time. I'm feeling like it could happen any moment, though. It feels like I can... If I can have, like, pure focus, I think I can do it. Can you turn the volume down, sweetie? Let me get the camera up higher. My little sweetie. Okay. I can hear her coaching herself. Okay, let's get back at it. So... Man, it's really humid in here right now. I'm feeling really hot because there's a storm happening. It's like the south right now, the weather.
Well, 2 ghosts in a row. That was a quick turnout. I'm stuck on a cherry. My only fruit is a cherry. Oh, I ran into it. Oh, there's only a few. I almost cleared the level. There's also 2-player.
Here we go.
When I go into the
Very minimal coupling between the event source and event sink. These two components may not be written by the same organization and may even have to be updated on totally different schedules. It should be very simple to subscribe to an event and to unsubscribe from that event. Event sources should support multiple event subscribers. It should also support having no event subscribers attached. To define event, you use the event keyword. Okay. Define an event.
I've almost cleared the level. Oh, I had it. I just had it. Oh, I cleared the level. Oh!
Okay. So invoke. Okay. This is the declaration of an event, invocation, subscribing, and unsubscribing. And this is handling. This is what happens when if there's a subscription to an event. This is what happens. Where the invocation is passed to. Okay. Oh, man, the syntax in C# is very noisy. It makes I'm sure that after you see it after a long time, it's not so hard to grasp, I guess. It feels like some of that is starting to happen in GDScript too, now that they've added lambdas or whatever. Okay, sweetie. Well, here's the deal. You've gotten way extra screen time than you should have just from doing this, right? Can you leave it on for me? Thanks. So I need you to go back to mom. I need you to actually be a kid today, okay? Do some kid stuff. Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to let my brain soak that in. And I'm going to get back to here. And yeah, it sure seems like it. All right, so here I don't know how to do the random number, so we'll just leave that there. So team names is what? It's an array of strings. So how can we do methods? Let's see what array is. Is there some sort of shuffle? There's a sort. So if I get the array size and then get a random number between, that's how I could do something like that. And then that's when it's like, let's make another method for it. And I don't see anything here telling size. And there's now we have to think of size as two different things. There's a memory and there's gets a value indicating whether the array has a fixed size. Length returns the total number of elements in all dimensions. In all of the dimensions of the array. Dang, okay. Length is an integer? Okay. So we can get the length of the team names And then I don't know how to do anything random. So let's search that because I saw it over here. Pseudo random number generator. Instantiate. Using system supplied value as a seed. Okay. So it's from the start. Generate and display 5 random byte integer values. 5 random integers. We have to do a for loop? Oh, no. Rand next. CTR. You probably just wanted to use the Godot randomizer for this. Random. So we can give it a range. Within a specified range. So I can do random. So if we do, so I already have this, the randomize here, but I guess if we did C to random, I'm just going to try the C# way here. Is it rand? Is it of type? Objects public class random var random new random. Still waiting for the doctor to call. Doctor! Mr. MD! Doctor! I said doctor! Doctor! Mr. MD! Doctor! Link above. Random functions like rand range, rand seed are located under GD, rand range, and rand C. Okay, so I guess we could use Godot for it. And 2 people have suggested it now. Doctor. Rand I. But now I have to know how to do modulus. God dang! But see, I want to shuffle something I can't shuffle. So I still have to do this because I want to get a random value from array. Unless there's a way. This Godot doc. Okay, here we go. Get a random array element. Here we go. Yep. They really want you to do a. So for I in range. Get fruits. Get fruits. Pick 100 fruits randomly. Get fruit is rand I. Okay, so you put the modulus in the array. Okay. So you say, Doctor, Doctor, Mr. MD, Doctor. But we need the size still. So if we use length, so we would say team names length. -1? Do we need the -1? Method type group. Team names. So pretty much the same thing I'm doing here. It's a string. It returns a string. So I need to get... Hang on here. Team name shuffle. But it... so there's a lot that actually needs to change here. Oh, thanks. My stomach has been feeling like really... I'm going to keep this here, but I probably... No, I can... Thank you. GD randi. Oh, we forgot the parentheticals. All right, Mariano. So I'm using shuffle, which I don't have access to because I'm using a C# array. I can't change the order of elements in the array unless I did some sort of custom, like a sort that did some sort of random on it. So I don't have access to this unless I made it in if there's a way to manually declare it as a Godot variant, which I guess I could. Because what I did is I shuffled, and then I just took the top two values to apply to the... I need to get two random values out of the array to assign the team names. This isn't hugely important, and I might even just ditch the whole team name idea. This might be enough for me to be like, you know what, screw it. I don't want to deal with this. Not right now. Like, I just want to make more progress on this. But this is where the meat of everything that I've been doing is. But you know what's funny is right now, this is me learning. Like, my brain, it feels like everything's shutting down, but I know that my brain is absorbing. I have to call because it's a that's right. Because it's a okay. Because it is still a GD script, I have to use call. Is it call? I can't remember. Call, and we just say join. Okay. And then we have to do the same thing here for Twitch chat. And we say get node, and this is on root. I need to grumble. I hate it when you're working on something, in my case, part of a CI/CD AWS Terraform, and you don't know much about it. Your project has some advanced tricks that make you unable to use regular tutorials since your thing is done differently than the basics. I hate with every ounce of my body continuous integration, continuous delivery. I can write Python code day and night, but when I touch anything CI/CD based, I get mental spasms. When you say CI, you mean like continuous integration? Yeah. It's interesting that it would have a change on the code base to that, to a degree. Because I always thought it was a philosophy of when you're committing, it's going to production like pretty much immediately. But I didn't know. I mean, I guess that would change the shape of some things that you're doing. I mean, I feel a bit about the CI/CD stuff like I do with object-oriented, in that how do I put it? I don't know. I mean, with web, it's a weird beast. Like in game dev, you can pretty much every time you change something, it's like you're starting over. Right? Praise the Saint Cloud. Is CI and CD tied to cloud dev a lot? Man, I could go on a rant. Just yesterday, I was talking to somebody in chat yesterday, and we were talking about, because I was going on a rant, but I was talking about how I felt like, because he was stuck on some old Ruby projects, and I was talking about how I feel like Angular and the other one are potentially future Rubies, in that they're trendy right now and they may become legacy that people have to care for only because they were trendy. React, Angular and React. And he had mentioned, it's funny to offload a lot of stuff to the browser. I had mentioned earlier, he was mentioning, how we were talking about screensavers for some reason, and how not having them actually helps save a ton of power and all this stuff. And I wasn't disagreeing. But at the same time, but Ruby actually makes sense and works now. Yeah, I never touched Ruby, so I don't know much about it. But it felt like as a language, it was like a flash in the pan, and then everyone just sort of ditched it. But that's just the web in general, isn't it? That's the thing that sucks about it, is that it feels like it's really trendy. It's fashionable. Everything's fashion, and fashion never lasts. Yep. But it's funny to think about, and I'm not, I don't know a lot about Angular and React and everything, but it's funny to think about handing off a bunch of stuff to the browser to do. I don't know. I just feel like almost all of the web is static delivery. And it's just funny to have all of this work being done client side when it could be done server side and cached for a large majority of what's delivered. It's a weird, it's really weird to me. It's weird. But I can tell you I don't know a lot about those systems. Most of it's still done server side. I mean, it's news to me. This is how out of the loop I am. But that all the JS server stuff, that's super interesting. Because JS now has JIT, right? And that might not actually be too new. To me, it's new. I guess I could show how out of the loop I am. A very vocal part. Yeah, I'm always of the opinion, like, never do dynamic. Most of it's just crazy to me. Even on server side, people will still deliver things and produce things dynamically when they don't need to be. They need to be rendered. Like the way that I was doing it for the company that I worked for is we had millions of records, and anytime a record would change in production, I guess I was doing like CI sort of, not really though, but like if there was ever any data that changed, it would immediately invalidate any cache of that piece of information, no matter what else it touched. And then those caches would be reproduced on the fly or the next time somebody went to that page that happened to touch that piece of data. But most of the time that was done server side almost immediately. And so everything was being delivered as cache to the end user, but it was never old either. It was never stale. I was still trying to crack the nut of, okay, besides user authentication, I'm like, search. If we could figure out how to do search in a way that's not dynamic, like that would be the dream. Right? Yeah, let's have the client download basically an operating system into their browser. I was nuts though. I mean, this is the late aughts, and I was doing things still where I was like, you could tell the browser to run at like 56K speeds and stuff like that. And so I do that on our site and just get a feel for what is somebody on a really slow browser experience, like what are they feeling? And then I would just constantly honing in on what is the slowest thing on here, and like just figure out how to get rid of it, basically. But I had a lot of fun. I mean, the thing is I wasn't on a team. I was just by myself. So I was just tweaker's delight. I was just tweaking everything, everything I wanted to. It was like anytime I had a break, that's what I was doing. I was just tweaking. And you see how I'm grabbing the Twitch. Okay, so I'm doing Twitch chat. Oh, did I already put it in? Okay, hang on. Yeah, we got it here. So Twitch chat already exists, so I just call Twitch chat. What are we mad about? And Twitch chat should be on the outside. So we'll go like this. Can we do the get on it on up here? I think we can. So if we just delete that and okay. What performance died the day someone decided XML JSON was the best way to exchange data over the network? It's funny. How would I go about what? Oh, you're talking to Colin? You know, there was a talk. Actually, there was a really good talk, Pustak. Let me see if I can find it. It was this guy, and he was pretending like he was an IBM guy from the 60s. Fake IBM guy talk. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. It was a good one. I've been looking for it for so long. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I mean, you already have protocols for delivering information. You just need to decide on a structure. So the thing that JS is solving for is a problem created by APIs. Oh God, a typing test. Now I'm going to be embarrassed. All right, let's see if we can get over 42 words a minute. This whole thing about moving away. So I think one of the biggest mistakes we made in web is moving away from protocols and moving to APIs. I think that is like the fundamental fuck up for web development. That's one of the biggest mistakes. But personally for me, I feel like a lot of things that APIs are trying to solve could be solved with protocols. Just agreed, here's IRC, here's whatever, and this is how these things talk to each other. And then whatever you want to put through that, like, you know, but I think maybe RSS might have been the first, in a terms of a protocol, RSS was where things maybe started to go in the wrong direction. Because you were stacking a protocol on a web layer. So it was delivered on HTTP, which was already a protocol in itself. So I think that's probably where things started to kind of unravel. Just as like a possible theory. Tin. Well, yeah. Well, the whole web layer itself is even that could really use some sprucing up. Don't even get it started on email, like the email protocols and how fucked up those are, and how like a few changes and you never have spam. Okay. Am I signed in? I am signed in. Okay. Okay, so quick preface. I'm going to say I am using a split keyboard to try to force myself to learn home row. I can type roughly on a good day 80 words per minute to 60-ish words per minute using taught myself how to type when I was like 6 years old method, which is I'm sort of on home row, but my hands like float around. But now I'm trying to force myself on home row in the hopes that my gains get even higher. We'll see if it really plays out that way. Ah, that's it. Damn. All right, I'm getting there. Okay, I'm getting there. I'm getting back to my old self. All right. I still haven't done enough. Where's the French? Where's the French? So I don't think I've done enough yet to it would be easier if the words made a sentence. This is true. So once I've done this enough times, that was a huge, look at that gain. I am getting better. So I've only done recorded tests. I did a bunch and I didn't realize it wasn't recording them because I wasn't signed in. So it was worse than 41. This is when I switched keyboards over to this Microsoft crazy ass, looks like it looks a little sexual. I'm going to admit it's pretty sexual down the middle there. But anyways, once I've done 10 of these, I'll be able to open it up and we can all join like a league. Do one in French. Oh God, it would take me like, I'd have to do Google searches. I'd get like one word per minute because I'd have to stop everything and go Google search. How do I get an umlaut? How do I do this? I wouldn't even know. I think you hold like control and something, right? When you're on the English keyboard. That would be pretty funny. I need a beret. I need a beret and one of those comically long cigarette holder things so I can do my test typing, my French test type. And like one of those striped, I'll just be like the most insultingly French cartoon character. One of these days, I am going to do a Mohawk stream soon. Once I find my clippers, I'm going to buzz my hair and then we'll just have my long hair down the middle and we'll get some hairspray and I'll just put it straight up and we'll do a Mohawk stream for one of these things. And then I need someone to give me like a good punk song playlist and we'll just do a lot of punk music and I'll just pretend like I'm punk. And then the next day I'll just be bald. So mostly bald. Okay, let's look up strings in C. $61, nice. To be fair, I'd probably be very bad at the French. Yeah, I just want to know how to do. Here's a good example. Can I do an array? So if I put the array in, I want to put the key of an array in a string. Can I just? Okay, so if I do the $, do. So if we do $, and then I do braces, and then I say current team names, current team, and then I close the braces. Is that enough? There we go. I think it works. Oh, God. Oh, hell yeah, Mr. T. Dude, have you guys ever looked up Mr. T's, like, real life history? Everyone likes to do like the Mr. T is the old memes of Chuck Norris. Like Mr. T's life is the Chuck Norris memes. I don't know. And unfortunately, I have to have the transparency is pretty low because on brighter images, it's virtually unreadable. So I think I could actually, for this one, because it's so dark, I could make the opacity a little bit. Let me bring it up a bit. Yeah, real quick. I'm going to bring up Mr. T wiki. Here we go. So he changed his name. He changed his name because his father left him. So he just kind of wanted to disassociate himself from that. After his father left, he shortened his name to Lawrence Tarot. In 1970, he legally changed his last name to T. His new name, Mr. T, was based upon his childhood impressions regarding the lack of respect from white people for his family. And this is a quote. I was thinking about my father being called boy, my uncle being called boy, my brother coming back from Vietnam of being called boy. So I questioned myself, what does a black man have to do before he gives respect as a man? So when I was 18 years old, I was old enough to fight and die for my country, old enough to drink, old enough to vote. I said I was old enough to be called a man, so I self-ordained myself Mr. T. So the first word out of everybody's mouth is Mr. What was some other stuff? I don't know. I think it's cool. Yeah, his bodyguard years was crazy. He had clients Steve McQueen, Michael Jackson, LeVar Burton. Where the hell does LeVar Burton need a bodyguard? Diana Ross, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Leon Spinks. Oh yeah. He was he had odd jobs and commissions tracking runaway teenagers, locating missing persons, debt collection, and assassination requests. I gotta read his biography. This is from his biography, right? I gotta find this and read this. Mr. T, the man with the golden autobiography. Is this still? It's a collectible now. Anyways. It's funny if somebody changes the wallpaper to something like not gross, but like embarrassing, like some waifu thing or something. I think this book will be this will be my book of self-improvement for this quarter. Hell yeah. Do you get to do that at work? Oh, that's awesome. But did he endure modern web dev? No, there's no way he wouldn't. He would not. There's no way. So I got to work on my variable names here because I know there's a lot of conventions that I'm not using. He would not. I did. Well, actually, I didn't. I didn't know what the standards were I was just a guy who was given work to do, and I was like, okay, well, how would I do it? And then every 4 years I would come back to web dev, and it would be the landscape. It was like every 4 years was Armageddon, and like how things were done would get nuked, and there'd be some new way to do it. But there was always like the good way never changed, in my opinion, still. And it's like, why is this all this new stuff coming around? And really, I think the start of it is the separation of duties and the idea of full stack. And like, let's get things so complicated that we need to have like front end guys. And then let's separate front end into the dynamic JS side of things, and then the graphic design, and then the UI, and then like, and so it like becomes like there's like millions of categories of things that people get to do. And this is like I feel like this is like the collegification of jobs. This is what happens. Something new happens, comes to existence, and then somebody starts teaching people how to do it. And that's when everything gets fucked up. Because like, I don't know why, but it becomes like industrialized I don't know how else to describe it. It's like the factory model. You can't escape the damn factory model. It infests everything. And so the factory model gets applied to this stuff. And it becomes factory lines of people that can do certain very specific, certain like delineated tasks of jobs. And so you could just pick one out of a group and put them in and pluck them and put them in as a widget. And so that's what happens. You gotta do a redeem, Rye. Oh my God. I don't even know what that is. That's gonna give me nightmares. All right, fine. We'll do that. Nothing is forever there, so here we go. Now, of course, to go on a further rant, of course, I can't just overwrite the file name and have it update here, right? Because this terminal is not smart enough to see the file change. And so I can't load that one in because it's not a JPEG. So is my browser smart enough to change the format when it saves? No. So I have to format it. Here it is. Can I open with Paint? Is this a GIF? It's not playing for me. I think it was supposed to be animated. Is it supposed to be animated? It's not GIF. GIF. A Jiffy Lube. There we go. Save. It's a JPEG. All right. We're going to lower the transparency down so that I can see the code still. You get the first frame and you animate the rest of your file. Could you imagine that? Let's screw up. God. All right, guys. Let's pick a current way that we've always done something and let's webify it. All right. So what's some standard way that we're doing something right now, and let's fuck it up and make it some weird ass protocol thing, but not a protocol, some sort of like API-ish thing. So image delivery. Has somebody already ruined it where it's delivered through JSON? Has somebody already done that? I'm sure that's already happened. What about what else? Let's add base64 encoding. Yeah. Let's add a handshake where there's not really a need for one at all. Let's put our 404 in the JSON and not in the header of the HTTP request. Let's let's just fudge everything up. So I'm just sort of speed running the stuff I know I can pop out quick. And then we're going to come back to things that I don't know how to do instantly in C# and learn. So Node 2D. Web dev it would make a great I think another thing that the reason why things might get so screwed up is because so much of everything is that gets to set the standards tends to be from places that are sourced with venture capital. So you end up with a lot of workers who kind of are twiddling their thumbs and looking for work. And so they just create it for themselves. So that might be another way that this is happening. And then you put that all together with like networking conferences and stuff like that, where people want to give talks and sound important and stuff. And so they come up with all these wild ass ways of doing things. And enough people bite that it starts to change the shape of things. Find the absolute worst way to make something work, then iterate on it with a ton of people to make it even worse. Okay, so if current player is a node, let me double check what. In this case, it's player class. But I don't think we can grab classes from... so I can't like give it there's no way to do like GD class. No. So this is definitely a Node 2D. And then get player should return. I'm saying player. Technically it's a Node 2D. No. I'm sorry for just dropping in and putting you on the spot. No, I was just starting the stream. I was like, oh, I wonder if I can do like a joint call thing and play the game. But yeah, I'd love to do that sometime. So I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, you were in my chat yesterday and I completely forgot to play the game. It was like, oh, that was a perfect chance to do it. So the next time you're fresh and I'm fresh, we'll try and work it out. My stream times haven't been consistent lately. How high do you set the temp? I don't remember. I do. When I do the taco shells in the oven, how high do you set the temp? Whatever temp toast is set on the tiny oven. I think that's how my brain would have worked. Is like, oh, I'm toasting these. What does the toast setting on the oven do? And I would have just copied that temperature. All right, yeah. Have a good one. Get back to work. Oh, I forgot I can listen to music now because it doesn't show up in the VOD. I'm going to attempt to do something. Do you guys know if I play copyrighted music on the stream live, it won't be in the VOD, but if I do it live, am I going to get flagged in real time? So yeah, do 450. And just keep an eye on it and treat it like you're toasting something. I'm safe? Okay. It's okay if people mind I listen to my shitty 90s playlist? Okay, so it's not going to be on the VOD. But my daughter's listening to Frozen right now. Okay. Hey Trish, can you do Bluetooth play for her music so that I can get my Spotify in control? Okay. All right, I'm taking over. How does this work? Oh, now I'm playing it on her thing. So now the kitchen's playing my music. This computer. And then how do I do random? That's Frozen. There we go. Right away. So this is like my flashback to the 90s radio play music. So I'm sorry ahead of time. All right. Okay. I can't believe you can do this. You can play music and then not have it on the VOD. It's so cool. All right. I'm so happy. All right. What was I doing? Oh yeah, bump. Oh, music redeem. Let me get that in real quick. Has your old lady been on the stream? By the way, I say, no, yeah, I get you. Yeah. No, no. I'm afraid to, like, if you look hard enough, you'll find a YouTube channel she's on. And you'll also find out why she doesn't go on video that often anymore. Is creator dashboard? Let's see. Viewer rewards. No. What should I do? This is true. Oh, what's the why? The why is because people got creepy. People got weird. It was always weird because, like, I don't know how to describe it, but there would be like all these comments from guys on the videos that be like, I don't know how to describe it, but I know the kind of guy that's saying what they're saying and why they're saying it the way that they're saying it. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean, but they're trying to, like, yeah. Anyways, what should I do for cost? I guess I could do like a low amount. And we don't have an image for it yet. Do I have to have an image? No. And we should do every 5 minutes. Okay. So the assignments, I don't know how to do that in that way. I don't know how to do that. No, that's just a hit function. Current player call hits. Command received equals true. And all right. All right, I've added it to the queue. Oh, do I need to not have curse words? Is that bad? So, Colin, this shouldn't show up on the VOD. I didn't know you could do that, but you can actually pick what audio tracks end up on your Twitch VOD. So I tested it yesterday and it works. So this music and all the Star Trek beeps don't show up on my videos when they go to VOD. Okay, so just the cursey wordsies. All right, so how do we do a wait in C#? During the streams? Oh, it is? Okay. See, this is what I didn't know. All right. Well, then just for today. Shh. What if I have it really low? Is that against the TOS? Cursing is allowed. Copyrighted musics. All right. Damn it. I thought I was being clever. All right. I'm going to double check the TOS. Twitch. Respecting copyright. So that's about me as the Twitch person with copyrights. All right. Respecting copyright. Third-party content. So somebody could report me, and then somebody in Twitch in real time could come in, and then I could get fudged. I'm looking at, I mean, I know technically I am breaking. They just roam. Yeah. Branded content. Okay, well, we'll see. I know I watch a lot of people that stream what Twitch needs to do. What Twitch needs to do is just get an agreement with Spotify or whatever. And just be like, okay, well, if you're going to stream on Twitch with Spotify, here's the checkbox. And then these ads are going to play, kind of thing. And so long as like there's an agreement between Spotify and Twitch, then I feel like, I don't know. It's totally something they could work out. They could work this out with somebody. I mean, it's freaking Amazon. They have Amazon Music. They should hook something into Amazon Music. You know what I mean? If it's going to be a thing. Anyways, I know. That's not how, yeah, the licensing and all that stuff. But it just feels like with music, they just screwed it up. Because, like, I could have a friend over and put something on. So what's the difference between that and 100 viewers? This is breaking the 90s vibe I had going. Is this the song? I'm trying to find the specific thing about let's see. But I can't, yeah. Respecting copyright. When I go there, it talks about the broadcasters' videos. Oh, the copyright holder can submit a DMCA. Okay, well, we'll see. Yeah, you can. Well, and DMCA is almost worse because they come after you personally. Oh yeah. Oh wait. Okay. Signal name. The what and then the signal. So if I say did this break my and I think now Spotify, because now we're just in oh no, we're good. Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to open up this next link. Let's see. Oh my God, what is this? No. Is this a playlist? Which one do I pick? What is this? All right. Here, I'm going to keep turning it down. Okay. Well, I added the caramel dancing, whatever the hell that is. I'm sure that's going to be great. The await operator can only be used within an async method. How am I supposed to do this if I... Because it doesn't know... Yeah, no, I'm with Colin. I mean, I get that. The thing is, Rye, it's cool if everyone's cool until there's like a narc or somebody that just wants to shit on something can come in. But it's also technically, you know, you have to have the rights for public to play a song and for public use and all that stuff, which I don't. So that's the part that like it just kind of sucks because Spotify you can have for free, right? You can listen to music for free on Spotify. So if everyone in the world can do that, then I get it because Spotify's got the licensing with the people that do the music, right? So that's the part where I feel like there needs to be something more streamlined. Like the ability to play a song, if it's going to go that far already, I don't know. Anyways. So what am I doing wrong? Why is it saying timer? Await 2 signal timeout. All right, so here we go. Await keyword in C# can be used with an awaitable expression. It is commonly used with the operands of types task, task T result, value task, or value task T result. An expression T is awaitable if the following holds. T is of compile type dynamic. T, one of the following. T has an accessible instance or extension method called getAwaiter with no parameters. Thanks for ruining the stream, Poostack, by the way. And no type parameters, and a return type A for which all the following hold. getAwaiter. A implements the interface. Okay. A has all of the following are true. The equivalent of awaiting a signal in GDScript can be achieved with the await keyword and Godot object to signal. Example. So they're saying, so should I do Godot So it is expecting a Godot object and string name. Current player should technically be a Godot object. It's a node 2D. This reminds me of that, speaking of the 90s, this is very much that boom boom. I want to boom boom boom. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? What the hell was that song? The Venga Boys. Boom 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 boom. Yeah. This is basically that song. No, I don't know that one. Yeah, it's got the same little, and then it goes into a thing that's like almost the same. All right. So if I declare this as a Godot object, is that going to solve our problem? But that doesn't make any sense, but maybe. No. What am I getting wrong? He's a peeping Tom. Okay. What? It's playing a very specific set of songs. Nice. I used to do that with my friend back in the day. Speaking of the 90s, we would roll. He had God, what was it? It was an Eclipse, and we would roll around blaring Britney Spears. I don't think 2Signal is static. So we do it on the objects. Is that so? It goes like current player and then this is who's waiting. So can we say this? What am I getting wrong here? To signal, target, signal. Or this to signal. That's what we're trying to do. A wait operator can only be used within an async method. Oh. It's telling us exactly what's wrong. The wait method needs to be async. Okay. And then where do we put async though? Is async? So, okay, hang on. Read the fucking manual. I don't know what any of this means. Where do I put async in this though? There we go. Oh my God, that took a lot. Right, for instance, I got to get rid of that double error thing going on. Currents. Okay, we figured it out. So what the hell does async mean? Does that mean that it's not a promise? that you cannot guarantee first try, we did it. So async, I'm assuming, means something about when you call the method, you cannot expect, like, you're not, like, if I did a return even, like, you can't be guaranteed that it will be immediate or something. Is that what we're talking about? Yeah, it must be void. So it has to be a void return. Cannot be resolved in the frame. Right. Or in the process step or whatever. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. And again, it's another thing about you have to be explicit. I like that. I'd prefer things to be that way. That's another subject, even though it's yelling at me about it. Okay. We'll get on to that some other time. All right. Bump. I'm gonna go back to. So this song. Fallen Ear redeemed Double Dare. Sorry, Fallen Ear, I didn't notice that. Let me get the book. I think my daughter might have stolen it. Where is it? I think she stole it. Give me a second. Double Dare? Ah, here it is. Okay, are you still there, Fallen Ear? I know, and now I'm breaking the rules and playing copyrighted music because I just don't give a damn anymore. But this is an example. Quick chat, he's gone. This song is an example of a song at the time when I was a youngin', I didn't like it. But then as I got older, I actually look at my nose. My nose is enormous. I actually got listen to the lyrics, and it's basically autobiographical. And I was like, oh my God, this is me. This song is me. Anywho. All right. Let's see. Okay. Hang on. I got to get my I had a bookmark and I lost it. Okay. All right, this is very North American question. Oh, is it too low? It's Everclear. It's a father of mine. The okay, here we go. I hope Fallen Ear's here. Yeah, you are. You're in the chat. Okay. Are you guys ready? Hang on. Let's pause the music. Double Dare is an old TV show. Speaking of being old in the 90s, I have the official Double Dare game book here. Now, this was printed in 1980. Is it 88? 1988 by MTV Networks. Look at the yellowed pages. That's how you know. And okay, so some of these are anyone could get, and then most of these are, unfortunately, if you're not in the States or in North America, this might be a lot harder. What is basketball great Dr. J's first name? Is it A, Julius, B, Joanne, or C, Johnny? What is basketball great Dr. J's first name? Is it A, Julius? Let's see. It is A, Julius. His last name? Bonus question. Last name. Anybody? All right. Another point for Dev Rowe. Irving, good job, Pustak. He's like, Google. All right, let's update the points, the scoreboard. Let me go over and go to my page, channel, and we're going to mute that, edit panels, and Pustak, or Dev gets another point. That puts him, he's now pulling ahead, slowly but surely, behind AI Maker Lex. They're now tied. Although if there's a tiebreaker, whoever got the point first gets to break the tie. All right. Okay. Okay, back to bump. So all the red, don't worry about it. We're going to go back. That's me going to have to learn more about C sharp. I'm just trying to get the broad strokes in here. Oh. Don't do that to yourself, Colin. Time for Miss Pac-Man. Let's do it. Do you get a song redeem for the bonus question? Sure. I have faith in you. I can do it. But don't put your life in my hands. Don't do that. Never, that's the last thing you want to hear a pilot tell you, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe you're on the plane with me right now. But have you seen the guy that does the Reddit character? pilot correspondence school. Right? The bedside manners of pilots. Ladies and gentlemen, I had the tuna and I'm feeling quite ill. But don't worry. I am flying on 13 hours of no sleep, so I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. The soundtrack. Pick a song, Pooh. I can't do a whole soundtrack. What are you doing to me? You're gonna have. It's a la carte. This isn't a buffet. Well, I guess it is a buffet, but that's a song. Okay. How do if I log in, is that going to... Super Hexagon Focus. I set it at 5 minutes. Colin trying to start a war in the chat. Oh, duration limit. Oh, dang. There will be no American Pie. Is that the song? There will be no American Pie in this. We're not playing that song. I will not sit here for 30 minutes with the same melody going over and over and over again. It's 60 minutes long. How do you, in the math terms, can we do something like, let me look at assignments in C# real quick. 29 minutes. It's pretty long. I mean, I love like music, like scores, and all that. I'm a big fan. How do I get to this? Just the typical. There we go. It's operators, right? So what are some maths? Okay, so I should be able to do this. So it's a float, but hit decay is a double. So let's change this to a double. Oi, Mr. Look above. What's the problem? Oh, no. So Iron Maiden is out then. No, we can do that. This playlist is lacking for sure. Miss Pac-Man was redeemed. Oh shit, I'm sorry, AI. All right, let's do it. All right. Jeez. Sorry, I'm focused. All right, hang on. Let me get this over here. And let me get this on. Got a green light over there. Green light. You know what would be really cool is if I changed the Simpsons marquee to say cricket.
Okay. I'd like to clean up the mic audio at some point. Let me do a compressor on it, or like an expander. There is an equalizer. I think that the levels need some, so high, mid, and lows. Can you guys tell me if this sounds better? So if I bring this up, does that sound better? I can't hear it myself. I guess I could put the stream on and listen to it on my headphones. That's the highs. If I bring the lows up, does that help too? Is this sounding better or worse? What do we think? Ooh, now it's hot. We're hot. I'm going to bring it down. There we go. Turn the gain down a bit. Okay, yeah, gain's down. What do we think? I could bring up the... Are we 5x5? Sounds moi? All right, good. Let me double check. Yeah, it's a little stuffy, but we'll take it. All right, Colin. See ya. Have a good night, man. Thanks for your help, by the way. All right, Pooh. This is good. This is it. Here we go. Have a good night. See you guys. I'm gonna scoot over a bit. My daughter was squinching me over. All right, we're hot on the mic, ready to go, ready to go. Here we go, this is it. Oh my God, right off the bat? No. No. We're starting over. That we're not gonna no. Ah! Almost had a perfect run right there. Almost a perfect board. Ah. Oh God! Oh God! No! Oh Lord! Lord! All right. I think my daughter froze my computer. Might have been on accident. Ah. Oh boy! Run! Ah, crap. That was weak. All right, there's a chance. There's a chance. It's possible. All right, we're doing good. We're doing good. I can't see the chat right now, unfortunately. I'm sorry about that. Shit. All right. I missed that apple. That's so bad. Dang it, I can't get it over 4 today. Oh well. They get more aggressive and faster. It's true. You get less time. The timers for everything get shorter and they go closer and closer. Eventually they just are in constant chase mode.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna go. We're gonna raid somebody. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna keep coding tonight, though. I've got to get this done, and I'm in the right zone mentally. So I'm just gonna keep rolling on this. And some of this stuff I just need to sit and read, and I always feel like that makes for a bad stream. That's why I was just kind of skipping ahead. But I do need to sit down and read. I'm probably gonna do random numbers in C sharp, in the C sharp way. And sort of start ditching a lot of the Godot standard stuff. But, anyways, let's find someone to raid out on. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Fonier, Practical. It's nice, to have streamers in the video or in the stream is really nice. Other streamers, other devs, and my peanut butter. I should make a mini arcade game called Glizzy Gobbler. What is that? Those are disturbing. Oh, those are from that one movie. Thanks for the encouragement, everybody. Okay, there's Practical. Practical's in there. Well, let's go ahead and raid Practical. Okay. All right. Much love to everybody out there. Hope you're doing good. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.